Okay, right. Welcome to tonight's episode, folks. We are, of course, Wizards and Wyverns. I'm just going to start off with the roll call. I am myself, Thomas. We have, again, just going in order on my screen, probably different on everyone else's for some reason. We've got Miles as Frost.
Good evening, chuckleheads.
We have Connor as Hafane.
Hello.
We have Benjamin as Mazouche.
Hello,
And
here.
last but not least, James as Ralakos.
Good evening.
Okay, dokie. Brief recap, because we're starting a bit late due to
Life.
issues. Life, such is the way. So, brief. You woke up on the ship. You you were told to go ask about the possible hiding locations of the captain at the camp of the crew of the Reaper. Instead of doing that, you murdered everyone there and kidnapped a small child. And that is about some of things.
We asked as well.
And they were very willing to offer you the information until something about physical discipline was brought up, which Mazouche was not happy with. And
here at Wizards
escalated
Wyverns,
from
there. We stand against child abuse, and we hope you do too, and respect the actions of our party.
However, some people in the world of Cerus may not live up to that standard. Just an FYI. Okay, so if we bring it into tonight's episode, I believe you guys were still at the camp and were preparing to go. I don't know if you decided if you were going back to the.
I have something.
Yep, go for it, Mazouche.
Hafane, start digging some holes.
Right.
We need to bury the dead.
I will. Yes, of course. Is there a? I will go find a shovel. They must have one around here somewhere. And can I try and find a shovel?
Make an investigation check. It will not be a high DC.
No.
Please
And again,
Please
what you roll will see.
Getting that one. 16.
That is enough. You find several shovels just littered about.
Oh. I'll
Frost?
grab 2 of them,
Ralakov?
Yeah.
just in case one wants to help at some point.
Very well.
Okay, so you're just going to. Yep.
Are we going to dig in a particular place or just anywhere?
Is there a particularly soft area of ground, Thomas? Make this as easy as possible.
The beach?
Yeah, the
Sand.
because currently you're on a cliff edge and it's
Yeah, that's what,
Quite
Just
like
throw 'em
rocky.
in the sea.
what?
when Masushi isn't
Throw 'em
looking.
in the
Just
sea.
Is that as James or is that as Ralakos? I
That
can't
was
tell
his
the difference.
James. That was his...
well, we can't respond to that. If Relicos
Yeah,
comes
well,
up, that's just
It was just a rhetorical. My friends, could we not just throw them in the sea?
No, we shall bury them
Why?
because
No issue with throwing them in the sea.
I do not. I do have an issue with throwing them in the sea. These people have murdered. Their lives has value, and therefore they should be buried in a respectful manner rather than just tossed away like some meaningless thing.
I am happy to dig the holes myself if it is too much of a challenge for you, Relicos. I am happy to.
No. I'm quite capable of digging a hole, you dear fellow. I just
Please
object
can we roll
to the
for it?
time it's going to take rather than just disposing of the bodies and moving on.
I understand the frustration, Relacos, but let us not get into a chat of religion. If Sushi is offended by throwing the bodies in the sea, then let us bury them.
Fine.
And I'll start grabbing the bodies and, taking them to the beach to bury them.
I shall do the same. and Mazouche will actually do a bit of physical effort this time.
My God, I was
and
going to
also
say,
dig the
really?
hole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair play.
Would anyone like to care for the child while we dispose of the bodies?
Well, I assume he's still trussed up, isn't he?
You, child,
Yeah.
don't move or we will chase you down and kill you.
I can't. And he's like,
Yeah.
did
No,
you tie him
we
up?
never tied him up.
Oh, you never tied him up,
never
did
He
you?
tied him
just
up.
sat there.
Yeah. Okay.
I
all
would
right.
assume I'm out of
Please
earshot
don't
when he
want
says
it.
that.
Okay.
Please don't. Yes, I'm assuming we're out of earshot. We won't have heard that.
I won't go anywhere.
Good. And I'll help you.
Done. I will go back and collect Jared.
I'm not going to drag a body, and I'm going to linger around, Jared.
Oh, Thomas, don't make him run.
I
Don't
do
make
not
him run.
trust him.
This
at
will
all.
not end well.
Okay, never
this will
mind.
not end well for this kid.
So I will put my
Don't
dice
go.
down.
It will not.
Yeah, and when we're done, I'll go back to Jared and go, Jared,
Mhm.
we have buried your friends down on the beach.
Okay.
Would you
So-
like to say a few words by their graves?
Not yet.
That's okay. Well, we
After-
are now going to head to where Mark is. So if you would come with us, like we agreed, it would just make this old lady feel a little more at peace of mind.
Sure.
But what he said not yet makes me think when he's achieved vengeance, he will talk to them.
And then, as long as Jared comes, we set off
Yeah.
back towards the Endeavour.
Cool. Excuse me. Okay. So, as you are leaving the camp, I'm gonna need everyone to roll me another perception check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because,
Oh, nat 20.
okay, Ralikos is A-OK.
17.
22.
Yep, lovely. Frost, what did you get? Okay, no one triggers any pitfalls or net
Thank
traps.
Did you roll for the child?
No, because the child knows where they are.
Yeah.
Roll. He might have forgotten in the whole craziness of everything that's happened. Is a little bit
Yeah.
mumble jumbled in the head.
And while we're on the way, I just want to maybe a good half an hour, maybe hour into the journey.
Yep.
I'm imagining me and Jared just walking in absolute silence.
Absolutely, he is
and
not saying a
then
word.
I want to just turn to him and go, "Do you like snakes, Jared?"
No.
Child.
Ah. And then I'll just keep on walking.
Okay. So do you take the beach or through the jungle?
Beach.
Lovely. Okay, so you are not accosted upon your travels. This is again a lovely stroll along the beach. It's quite cold now. It's getting into the late evening, night time. There's very little daylight, if any, left. So I think Hafane, Mazouche, do you have dark vision? I would assume so.
I do. I have
don't-
60
Yeah,
feet.
so
dark
Hafane,
vision.
it's starting to get a little bit difficult to see,
I
basically.
was going to say, I don't have dark vision.
No,
Sure,
you don't. You are
No, I'm a human.
human.
Yeah.
So,
So, I mean, as long as that, because they'll be nearby me. As long as they're nearby and they look like they know where they're going, I'm not going to be concerned. So.
right. Well, it's a nice clear night, so there is a little bit of moonlight to be able to especially with the 2 moons. It's a bit of light. So, yeah, a few hours in, you start to see the glow of the where you know the camp of the Endeavour crew to be. So, do you just walk up to the gates, as it were?
As non-threatening as possible.
Yeah.
Roll performance.
And there was.
I'm
Purposely trying to look unthreatening.
I'm just going to stick to the back. I'm going to stick behind Jared. So he's got backwards is where I'm going to be.
Okie dokie.
Talking.
Okay.
I'm going to be next to Jared.
I'm going to be towards the back.
Right. So is Jared just leading at this point?
No, I'll be walking like normal. I won't even be.
Okay,
So
good.
Probably half-aim with his slightly longer legs than the child.
Right. So as soon as you get within... Hang on a second.
Oh, for God. I dare you shoot
We all die. Instant
I
death.
dare you.
So as soon as you get within about 80 feet-ish, you do see a bolt just thud right into the sand about 10 feet in front of you.
That was a crap shot. 10 feet.
I think it was a warning.
Yeah, I'm assuming a
And
warning.
you do hear a
You
voice.
just hear Frost go, that
go,
was shit, mate.
You guys stop right there.
Oh my God, this is so much drama.
Oh, now stop.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah?
Now, I don't quite understand what the hell happened out there, but Penrose seems bloody determined not to let you guys back in. So I'm asking you to turn around and bugger off.
Well, that is not going to happen. If we were going to cause Penrose any harm, we would surely have done it. We have possible information of where the captain is, and we would like to share it.
Hang on. And you give it a minute or two. And you see a figure start to emerge over the kind of bank that they'd created. And it is Penrose herself just coming down. You can see there's 2 people, both with large crossbows, sort of drawn and ready to use.
Good job they survived the shipwreck.
Yeah!
Unless they crafted them.
I mean, they might have done. Some wooden. All you need is a wooden string, really, isn't it? At the end of the day.
A bit more complex than that with a crossbow, I imagine.
Yeah. If there are any crossbow makers watching right now, they're raging.
That is my profession.
I mean, you can make a very.
Anyway.
Anyway, let's not start worrying about that.
They did a half-aim, they grabbed their equipment.
Yes.
That's why. That's why they have it.
So they walk up.
Hello.
And
oh, God. So Obi-Wan of you. Hello.
Penrose walk doesn't come very close. They stay about 50 feet away from you guys.
Still 30 feet closer.
Yeah.
Progress.
And close enough for death. That's not in character, by the way.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
Just for Sushi's
And they, Penrose says
Jared.
to you guys, she goes, you better know exactly where he is, as elsewise I am not dealing with you folks anymore.
Why not, can I ask?
You straight up just butchered 5 men.
How do you know? You were not about. You left. when we butchered the first one.
Well, not the best word.
Who I brought back
What?
to life, may I add.
Oh, wonderful. One little deed versus... Did you bring back the other 4?
No, it was too late for them, unfortunately.
But we did bring the child. We
Well, at
might
least
be
there's
butchers,
that.
but we are not murderers. Straight up.
Look, me and my crew are very... What to say? Forthright? I don't know. We've done our fair share of what's needed to be done, but that was unnecessary. Completely.
That is an understandable.
And
yes,
utterly.
that is understandable. But as you know, we have a previous negative history with those people. They weren't the most accommodating, and I do believe one or two of us may have let that cloud our judgment. But as I have said, we have information. We obviously spared the child, and we would like to help you find the captain and leave this place. We have no reason to betray you or harm you, because we, as you know, do not know how to sail a boat. And you are our only way off of this place.
I know.
So I do swear that there will be no harm to you or your crew. Those who stand in our way, we will deal with accordingly from now on.
Well, what's your information then?
There are some caves where this boy Jared believes that these potential pirates or whatever they may be hiding on the island.
Okay. That's what you've got. Some caves.
What? Yes, what would you like us to abort?
I don't know, something a bit more solid than there are some caves on the island. I could have told you that.
Then
Let's
do not.
Do you
probably-
know how to navigate these caves?
Do you?
Well, we have a boy who does.
So,
As I said, we have a boy.
would you mind sharing this magical map that you have of the island to know about these caves that you did not know about, but you've just pretended to know about? Or is it
What
just for your
I
eyes?
mean by that is, it is a large island, and given time, we would have discovered it.
Why didn't you go and search these caves yourself then, my dear?
Because I am trying to organize, making my crew safe and getting that sorted out before we started gallivanting off around the
Look,
island. It's
obviously,
been 2 days.
tensions are very high between our two parties. So what I would suggest is we shall go and explore these caves. If the captain is there, we shall extract him and bring him back to you as a token of goodwill, that we do not mean you harm, that there was merely a misunderstanding from our previous kidnappers who had kidnapped us for no apparent reason. Therefore, we acted as a group, potentially a little too violently to some people's tastes, including myself. But what has happened, and we cannot change that. You wish for your captain to return alive. You've clearly seen for yourself how capable we are dealing with those who may have kidnapped him. And as a token of goodwill, we shall do that for you. You can continue with the ship, and if we return with the captain, then perhaps we can renegotiate our relationship together.
And it stands to benefit you, because as you said, given enough time, you may have found and been able to navigate these caves, but that may be time the captain does not have.
Granted. Find the captain and we can talk.
Of course.
Or at least something actionable.
Yes, we will not
Negotiate.
return to you without either captain or a very solid lead on his whereabouts.
Right. Well, good luck. She turns around and walks back.
Is Pat anywhere to be seen? He's not.
Nope.
He's not on the crossbow, is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
They've killed him.
They hate him. You were
I
close
knew
with
he
that
liked
snake
sushi.
lady.
Yeah.
Sushi, you're not taking the boy to this mark?
Jared, what would you like to do? Would you come with us to the caves or be with these people?
No, he is not coming to the caves. Drop him off with Mark or with the rest of the crew. I will not.
Wait. Hold on a moment. This boy knows how to navigate the caves. We literally were just saying, with his help, we can navigate them at a
I'm gonna
decent
go
pace.
lay
Without
down
him,
on the beach.
I mean,
if
you're
we
on the
don't take
beach.
the
It's
boy,
not a-
we are no
I'm
better
lay
than the
down.
captain.
Jared, you are here. I will not speak to you as if you are not. Do you know the caves well, my boy?
I've only really scratched the surface of them. I wouldn't say I know that they're quite deep and lengthy.
And where would you like to be right now? Would you like to be with them or would you like to be with us?
I would.
Mark is with them. Or maybe rehabilitating with them.
I would take a wild stab in the dark.
A wild stab in the dark as in go with them? Or
What are you
I don't-
talking about, boy? Is this some strange human tradition? Just tell us. Look, you can't come with
Is
us.
a figure of speech. Figure of speech. That is all.
Yes, I understood the figure of speech, but not the context in which you were referring to.
No, I was
Well,
telling
why-
Frost it is a figure of speech.
What gives you any reason to think I want to be any part of you people?
I do not think that at all. But for my state of mind, I feel like if you go off into this jungle environment on your own, within a couple of days, you will die.
You can think that all you want. I've been living here for years now.
Yes, with many other people.
Yeah. Many
And
of
now
which
you've
just
it
murdered.
is just you. Well, technically, I only murdered one of them. But your point still stands.
That lot seems all right.
You are honestly going to let the boy go? No, the boy is surely coming with us. Surely.
He knows nothing of these caves.
People are
But
incredibly
if
dense. What is happening here? We are not letting the boy go because the boy will kill us any chance he gets. We are not taking the boy with us because the boy
Yes.
will kill us any chance he gets. We are keeping the boy here as a hostage, and we can let him go when we leave the island. This is ridiculous.
I am with Frost. Frost is right. They think that the boy knows the case perfectly well because that is what we told them. If the boy goes to them, they will leave without us.
The boy to the cave. You are not with me, you dense human.
Well, sorry, I am with you in that we do not let him go. So what is your proposition? So we don't bring him to the caves, but we don't let him go. So we slit his throat?
No, we tie him up and then we let him go when we leave the island.
Right. As
Would be better slitting his throat.
No. Listen.
But I don't want to do that.
Listen. Why do we not leave him under the care of Penrose? Leave him here. He finds a job with them.
This boy looks at us. He does not need care. He will try to kill you. He doesn't care about you, Sushi. He will kill you the first chance he gets.
Look, I know he does not. Look, and I'm going to turn to Jared. Look, I know you do not care about me. You probably hate me, and that is fine. But I, as a being on this planet, I would feel awful if we were to leave you and you were to die. There are people here. They are good people. They will not harm you. They will not beat you. You will have a purpose with them. Mark is there. I do not understand what the problem is.
I have
We
no
have
problem
told that to
going
the
with
others.
them. It's your friends.
We have told them that he is the one who knows the caves and he knows how to explore them. If we let him go, they have no reason to think we will do better than them. Oh, well, he told them about the caves. That is very different to knowing. I know he does not know, but it has bought us time that they think that he knows and that we have the boy and we can navigate.
You clearly read that conversation completely differently to I did. We said if we come back with the captain or better information on the captain, Penrose will therefore almost take that as a gesture of goodwill, that we mean her no harm. Jared here has nothing to do with that negotiation.
If she thought we would leave the boy, then surely she would have had us send him to the camp before she just walked away.
I do not understand what you mean.
Well, if she thought, oh, well, we don't really need the boy, and then we just let him loose, we're going to look very unresponsible, which will not look good with Penrose. And if she thought that the boy would be going to them, surely, she would have waited for the boy to enter the camp. That would have been a very ludicrous thing to not keep watch over. So surely she thinks the boy is coming with us.
Yes, but I will now walk over to this guard and say, look, this here is Jared. He would like to be a part of your camp.
If you want to do that, okay. We will see how this turns out.
As far as I see it,
this is laughable. Are there fighters in that camp? Are they fighters or are they shipbuilders? So what happens when the magic boy decides he wants to kill them? They die. He doesn't want to be part of the camp. And
he knows fire. He could burn the boat as revenge. There is all sorts of things that this could be a terrible decision.
Why do we not just take him with us and then someone can watch him and stay up at night and watch him and keep watch?
Yes.
And I don't care how we transport him, but we just need to get on with it. Because quite frankly, we've been arguing for 40 minutes on a bloody beach when we could have been looking for the captain and moving on.
Fine. It is a better option.
I am looking at the laid down Ralikos in disbelief. Like, I cannot believe. I am totally with Stoneman. I am totally with him. I am behind that.
Can I give Jared a look? Because I assume we're all just stood in a apart from Ralikos, who's sat on the beach, but
Jared is kind of in the middle,
Jared's
but not
literally
quite.
just like there with us.
Yeah, he's just
it is.
Can I roll insight to what he's thinking?
Sure.
He doesn't want to be with us. Why would he? There has been hours since we slaughtered people in front of him.
21.
The little fucker's
Yeah,
coming
I
with
mean, he's not your biggest fan.
He's probably baffled.
He would
right
rather be anywhere else, in all honesty. But yeah. He would honestly rather be anywhere else. But he's not gonna. He doesn't look like he'll. He doesn't look. He's gonna try and like fight you or anything. He's.
Do not understand.
Jared
here has his. Understandably, I think he has no grievances with Penrose. I could introduce him to Pat. They could potentially become better friends.
They're not going to let you into the camp to introduce him to Pat.
They're not going to let me into the camp. No, I understand that. But I go and speak to the man with the crossbow there. That he is doesn't look like it quite works properly.
Mastouche, this child.
Please tell me it's the gnome that's at the gate.
It's not your responsibility to look after him. He's our hostage.
He is not my hostage. He is a boy of... How old are you, Jared, here?
I'm 14.
Look, I let Jared go wherever he doesn't want to go, and he doesn't want to go with us.
He is our prisoner, Sushi. He's not our guest. We're not running a tavern here. He is our prisoner. We captured him from a camp where we killed everyone. What of that do you not understand?
You need to watch your tone, you arrogant little petulant boy.
I thought you were literate. Honestly, you're acting like a peasant from the dysentery pit.
I'm going to cast Silence on Ralakos.
Whoa.
What was that last line, Dickens? That was sick.
That's really cool. Acting like a peasant from the
sick.
dysentery pit.
Oh, I'm putting that in my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still just laying there, like
Still just laid
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like, in the desert, like halfway down the beach. In the dysentery pit! This is ludicrous!
except now I'm just going.
Yeah. That's building a sandcastle of a big bird like that.
Yeah.
You've heard enough, Sushi.
And then I'll grab Jared by the hand, turn and head towards
The camp.
and camp of the Endeavour.
Okay.
I hope they shoot him.
With one hand up as well. One hand clearly
I'm gonna,
signaling I mean no harm.
As soon as
I'm
you
gonna
get...
join Ralakos on the sand.
Okay.
I'm going to join Ralakos on the sand as
Alrighty.
well.
As soon as you get within as soon as you start moving like 10 feet, you just hear a voice going, "What are you doing, Sushi?"
Yeah, was the crew who passed away in the events that happened earlier today. He is a friend of the man Mark, who I believe I keep forgetting your name. Penrose brought back to this camp. He would just like to see the man, and he's a boy of only 14 years. Please, could you take him in, show him to Mark, the only person left that he knows, and look after him until we return with the captain.
So you're just leaving him here?
Well, he has some talents. I'm sure he could help with the repair of the ship.
No, that's not what I'm worried about.
What are you worried about?
No, I'm not worried about him at all. You stay there, and you let the boy come.
Yes. And then I let go and take a
Jared just stops for a second and just bolts straight towards the camp.
Fab. As soon as can I just like stand there and wait to see that he goes in and doesn't just
he
go
climbs
out into the jungle.
He climbs the dune and slips out of sight.
That'll do for me. I'll go back to these lazy cunts on the beach. Sorry, that's really bad language.
Jesus.
I'm assuming when he left, did you dissipate silence?
Nah.
No, you kept it. So now all three of us were just sitting there in silence.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why I wrote in the sand. I was like, oh,
and then as I come back, I will return spell silence. Say, right, shall we be off? And then before anyone can respond, I'm just going to begin walking in the general direction where Jared said the hills were.
And where was it he said the caves were? Which part of the island?
To the northeast, I think.
That is correct.
Yeah, to the northeast.
The northeast side of the island. I even wrote it down. I've learned from past mistakes. If this kid is a Billy bullshit,
I'm
going to kill him.
I'm gonna walk at the back with Ralakos and I'm going, for the record, I think you're absolutely right. But killing this boy would just completely tear apart the group.
But I don't understand why. He's not our problem. Why has Masuch become so attached to this boy?
Ralakos, for a woman so advanced in years, she appears to have little wisdom.
Agreed.
We must simply roll with it, like the burying of the bodies. I think it's better to just avoid offense and get on with it. You know, if that boy kills everyone at camp, it was not our doing.
Well, yes, I suppose so. But if he kills everyone at camp, we're kind of stuck here, aren't we? Well, I appreciate your support, good fellow. You are a loyal friend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Too bad.
And I'm going to keep a close eye on Suki.
I take it it's a long journey to these... Well, fairly long journey to these caves.
Let's put it this way. If you decided to go the whole way, you will have to take some exhaustion. A point of exhaustion.
I reckon, well, Sushi's plan would be, because you said it's like night, it was getting dark when we got back to camp. So my plan would be to go back to the other camp and sleep in the tents there.
Okay.
If that would work for the timelines.
At this point, considering the distances between the two, you'd be in the same situation. So by the time you get there, you're gonna be sleeping until about midday.
It was just
the next
getting
day.
dark, wasn't it?
It was getting dark when you left.
Right. So when it gets to the point where the moon is fairly high in the sky, Hafane would suggest, finding some shelter and hunkering down in the vegetation.
Because you'll be because it's a march through jungle.
Yeah.
Okay. Then just whenever it gets really late,
What's up, James?
How far would we be from the boat camp when we decide to set up camp? Kind of roughly how far would we have travelled?
From the Endeavour camp?
Yeah.
I mean, it would only be another hour or so, maybe 2 hours if you push it.
Yeah,
right.
2. We push it.
So it's
We'd take turns carrying Sushi, so we'd be able to get that far.
No.
Oh no, she's walking like a spring 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Just putting effort
at present.
You realise that maybe the old lady act is just that.
Oh, suspicious. Okay.
Okay, so what's the plan for the night then?
Sushi's going to go to sleep.
Nice.
I'm not going to go.
If you would all like, I will.
I'm going to watch out for the boy. I don't feel comfortable enough to sleep being so close to where he was.
Okay. Are you gonna just stay awake the whole night?
Yeah. I'll take the exhaustion point.
You know what that means? Yep. Everybody else?
Is that a long rest? Long rest for everyone else?
Yeah. If they want it.
Yeah, rest. Yeah. Especially if I notice Frost just.
Can I have it noted that I get out a lovely blanket that I have procured from the camp?
Sure. I mean, they had those, so yeah, no issue.
I just want.
Basically, if it was part of an established camp, you could probably have and could carry it. You've probably got it.
Oh yeah.
Considering your investigation from last time.
Yeah.
Is he like being thingy, James? Is he being like, oh, look at my blanket?
Facetious about it, I'm sure he probably.
He's just noticed that none of you have
like.
blankets.
Did he just get it out and put it on, or did he do like a and then?
No. He got it out and did a little fluff, and then laid it on the floor, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Try,
So being a dick.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not in like a look at me. He just it needed fluffing out anyway. And he just did it.
He didn't do it while looking at anyone or anything.
No, he didn't look at anyone. He just did it.
Okay. He'll just eyed up the fact he has a very nice blanket and then just rolled over and gone to sleep myself. Actually, no, I won't steal it. No.
How would you steal it? He's sleeping on it.
He appreciates anything's possible in D&D. If you get an Nat 20.
Not if I have anything to say about it. All right, Frost, roll me a perception
I do like a
check
magician
for the
trick.
Genuinely nat 20.
Oh,
Genuinely.
Okay.
If I could tilt this, I would.
Okay.
Get
It's a
someone I
shame
wanna
there's
witness.
nothing out there. That's all I can
Ah.
see.
Oh man.
Not a
I was
peep from
expecting Garrett
anything.
to leap from a tree.
Yeah.
Fire. Like Zuko.
Almost like this
Actually-
child is actually just a bit of a child and isn't
Yeah.
dangerous.
I'll give you
14 or
something.
15.
Fine.
I don't know if that's a child. That's the thing we're forgetting
To be
here.
fair, he got intimidated to shit. Like, then just
Right,
went,
okay. I'll
Okay,
give you
go on.
something, Miles, because you always like to award that kind of shit. The direction you are traveling on, which you're kind of guessing is the right direction at this point. Some ways out, a ways out. You've no idea how close it is. Whether it's still on the island, whether it's out at sea again. You just know that there's some kind of a light source somewhere out there.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, and that's all.
I
Morning.
don't like this just before Halloween. This is a light source. You're going towards caves.
What could you be insinuating? Are you insinuating I have some sort of plan, Connor? You
what?
know
I'm
that's
gonna-
not true.
I'm going to try and throw the wrench into this.
Okay, morning arrives. There's a
Sushi's
chill
an early
in the air.
riser.
She is indeed. There is a chill in the air. A fog hangs heavy over the
Chill.
the sodden earth.
Good morning, Sushi.
Good morning.
I saw a light source during the night in the distance, in the direction we are heading. I do not know what it is, but I think I saw a light.
From there, was it on land or out at sea?
I cannot be sure.
Well, if there's a light source, it may mean there was a fire. A fire means people.
Normally I would think that good. At the moment, not so much.
Why so?
Our encounters with people on this island have not been spectacular.
I can't imagine this one coming will be either.
Well, I will wake Caffeine. It takes about half an hour.
No, I am very proficient at it. Let me. And then I'll give him a right royal kick in the ribs.
Okay.
And then I shall do the same to Ralakos. And I'll go, oh, sorry. I forgot it was just...
Well,
Okay,
this
the-
is slightly
it's to wake
stirring
up.
already.
Yeah, I was
Gets-
woken up by the scream from Hafe.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, what's going on?
No. He'd recognise that foot anywhere. He'd be like, oh, I remember that good kick the other day.
Thank you, Sushi.
How
And
do you
I'll
all
already-
feel this morning?
I have had better sleeps, but it is not often I have to hunker down in a jungle.
Yeah, I feel like I've been bitten by a very small, annoying insect, and I'm going to motion to the part where she kicked me. Oh, just irritating a little bit.
Yes, now, that is why I asked the question. Can I trust that heading towards danger today, we will all work together?
Oh, of course. There is no benefit to not working together.
Ralakos, Sushi.
I agree with Hafane. I'm going to wink at Masush.
Right, are we going? And then I will head off without waiting for a response.
I'll turn to Frost and be like, did you sleep at all last night? Because you look rather tired. Exhausted, you.
Well observed. No, I did not. I am cautious for the boy. I do not know magic too well, and he wields it. I do not know to what
Neither
extent.
do I. Magic is a very unpredictable thing.
I would like to apologize for calling you dense yesterday.
It is quite alright, no hard feelings.
I did
It
not
was a
mean it in
rather
terms of
stupid
muscle,
expression.
I meant it in terms of your head, and that was cruel.
I assumed that is what you meant. Because if you said anything about density in regard to my muscle, I would have just called you a liar. But coming from where I come from, we have a particular culture and way of doing things, and it does sometimes make me sound rather simple. But that is the culture I've grown up with, and I am not ashamed of it. So you saying I am dense? I am basically saying that I am aware, after having travelled quite a bit, that quite a few people think I am rather dense.
Oh.
So you're saying it does not upset me, because I'm aware of how I can portray myself sometimes.
Yes. I would not know.
Shall we go?
Yes.
Yes.
I've already gone, by the way. I'm like a good 60 feet ahead now.
Where
Okay.
did you procure that blanket you have? It looked rather
Oh, I
fine.
got it from the camp where we, had that unfortunate incident.
As in the unfortunate incident where we got kicked out, or the unfortunate incident in which we murdered the people in the camp?
That one.
Same camp, isn't it?
The latter. Was there any others, or did you just find that one?
Yes, there were lots. I only
And
had room for
You
this
did
one.
not think to, but you did not think to tell us there is some fine blankets here. You know,
No,
I mean, we're on an
assumed-
island. We don't exactly have luxury. It would be.
I
It's a nice thing to
apologize,
tell us about.
Caffeine. I thought you might have picked one up already. I didn't want to
Well,
presume.
I was a bit preoccupied with the magic child that casts fire. You know?
I apologize.
It is
Sincerely.
quite all right, but no more secrets. We find interesting things. We tell one another. We are a team.
It's just a blanket.
I would have really liked a nice blanket. It was very uncomfortable last night.
This is
I'll
what breaks the
find-
party.
I will find you a blanket.
All right, I appreciate that. Just let me know if you find one of a similar quality. That
I
would be
will.
nice.
I will.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, can you all roll me a nature check? Lost at disadvantage.
Ah, shit. 8.
16.
Also 8.
Oh dear.
19.
Okay, so the progress is slow. Unfortunately, there are two people used to rather hilly, rocky terrains, not quite adapt to thick jungle. Unfortunately, so they're not taking they're having to take their time about it. There's a lot of thick undergrowth where mishaps may occur, and yeah. But the progress is made, although whether you'll reach there today or not is now in question. But you get to around where you think midday is, and roll me a survival check now, just to try and make sure you're keeping track, on track even.
I'm rolling well to that, boys.
7.
23.
Was that with disadvantage, Frost? Yeah.
What did you say? Sorry, survival.
15.
Survival, please. Yes. Okay.
23 for
Holy
Sushi.
shit.
I've got my guidance.
Oh yeah.
Who she knows where we're going.
Unfortunately, I'm 60 feet ahead.
Yeah. Probably helps in this situation. Hafane, what did you get?
I got 40.
Okay. So, yeah, most of you kind of like, it's good enough. Sushi, though, checking the sun shadow on the ground, time of day. She knows it. She's on it.
Anyone who wants to roll insight, she's very focused.
Don't need to anymore.
Yeah. Over this thing.
Yeah. So, thankfully, due to Sushi's
Right, it's fairly obvious. I reckon
focus on
2 would be the DC.
yeah. Yeah, you don't have any trouble sticking to your direction, not getting waylaid. So that might bump up the or bump down the travel time now. Okay, so you carry on going. I'm going to make you guys roll me one last nature check. Just to, again, get through this last little stretch.
He's good again.
15 at disadvantage.
Nice.
6.
Oh dear.
It's gonna sound like I'm lying because I'm honestly I rolled 21 just then with guidance, obviously. But
Caffeine?
I told you what mine was.
I didn't hear. That's why I'm asking.
I got a 5.
Oh dear. So Caffeine still struggling with the thick jungle.
We should not have brought the boy. Perhaps he would know a shortcut through all of this. You know, that could have been a good idea. No, Scaly Lady said that is a bad idea. It was a good idea. But here we are, in the jungle. I am sweating. Ralakos is fine.
Ralakos are on 6. He can't be doing much better.
Ralakos, yeah, who had a great morning.
Rust is tired.
He wore himself.
Don't even know where she has gone.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Luckily, the other half of you managed to, help the others catch up. And by the time the evening is starting to set in, you have made your way through the jungle and are now at the other side. You are sort of another cliff edge, another hill. You can see the sea. You can see down. There's a little bit more jungle. But then you're right on the beach. Should only take you another 10, 15 minutes to traipse through. But at least you know you're sort of in the right area-ish.
It looks like we are in the right area, sort of ish.
So it's evening. So the sun's starting to go down. Shadows are quite long. But
it would probably be best to rest here.
Agreed.
Does not sound like a good idea.
And then I will turn to Frost and I'll go, should we take turns on the watch this night so that we are all at full strength for tomorrow morning or whatever may come?
I would appreciate that, thank you.
I think you should get a full night, Frost, because you didn't sleep at all.
Yes, we shall take the watch in turns.
Okay. I tell you what, let's do half nights. Hafein and I will rest first. Galakos and Sushi, you take first watch. You talk.
I think I'll go and gather some herbs and fruit and things.
In a dark jungle. That does not sound like a good idea.
I can see at night.
Can you?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I have dark vision. You as a human do not, because you're
I have never
less
heard of this
evolved.
This dark vision. To ask what it does sounds idiotic. But surely there is a better name for it. Something that slips from the tongue a little better than dark vision.
What would you like? CC
I don't know.
night. It does.
You're full of them today.
It's dark.
Come on,
Shame,
Ralakos, you are of some intelligence. Come on, think of something better. I do not know all of this, but surely you can come up with something better. Come on.
I'm going to look for berries. And Thomas.
Snakes around.
Okay. Perception, investigation.
Thomas,
Crap.
you know I mean berries.
Yes, I. As soon as you said you were going gathering, I knew exactly what you were after. Don't worry, I'm with you.
He's got an addiction to berries. It's part of his character.
You just find him sniffing blackberries.
Don't judge me!
Just
in the dark jungle.
What did you want a perception?
With his blanket around.
No,
his waist.
sorry. Perception from Azush. Investigation from you, Relikos.
Of course.
As I drift off to sleep, can I roll an insight on Sushi?
Yeah, if you want.
18, Thomas.
Okay. You looking for more of the same, or do you like something different?
Yeah. Surprise me.
I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
No,
wait, what was the number you get? Sorry,
fast.
what did you get?
He got 18.
Okay, I will definitely get back to you with some stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, whatever he gets, he gets it.
Yeah.
You have found a strange
Berries
puzzle.
means.
Oh,
Comment down below what you think berries means.
Found a wrinkled old berry. Its name is Mary.
Theory
It
is
is a Mary berry.
magic mushrooms.
Right.
Okay. What did you get for your perception?
13, 1, 3.
I remember if snakes are probably. I think snakes are not nocturnal, are they? I'm going to say probably not with that roll at this time in the day.
That's fine. I will stay awake. What did you get for your insight? From?
Yes.
I got a 19.
Well, pretty good.
Give him everything.
She is. Medusa is very tense right now. Very emotional. Very tense and emotional is all you can really get.
Like as in, sort of like uncomfortable with the situation, or just on edge.
19. You feel like that sort of person where you look at them and you feel like they've got the weight of the world on their shoulders. They're very they're feeling a lot of tension in the shoulders.
I'm gonna use elemental attunement to at the sand, like just at her feet. I'm just gonna make a little just like I did with the fire on the first night. I'm just gonna make a little smiley face appear.
Aww. It's up.
Sorry. Yes.
And then
yeah.
and then I'll just go, sisters, steady her soul, and then I'll sleep.
Would you ever have done that before to Sushi, boss?
I did it on the first night for everyone around the campfire, but I doubt I would have done that.
But you never would have done it. You would have never done it to Sushi before.
Nah.
Cool. Then she'll you'll see her smile. She sees a smiley face.
Nice.
And then just sit by the sit with her back to a tree, keeping lookout.
Lovely. So I'm going to need either.
It's me and Ralikos.
Yeah. So either both of you roll a perception check, or one of you roll with advantage.
Well, is Ralikos going to be back from his berries adventure, or
with that roll, I'd say it was pretty quick. Yes.
Okay. Is he wanking?
It's just going, oh, Sushi! Your perception, that's what you're going to hear, a scream in the night, and it's Ralikos.
My perception is +7.
7?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, let me do it, because I have guidance, but if you're +7, you can roll with advantage.
Thank you very much.
And you had the better eyesight as well, so it makes sense.
But I've got guidance, Edsa.
23.
Oh, that's pretty
Nice.
good, yeah. Okay, you get a nice little tidbit then. Yeah. So off the cliff and down the. Sorry, let me just double check some of my notes. I thought I'd already got that up when I was meant to do some things.
If you have made it this far in the video, please like the video, subscribe, give us a little share. Shout out Miles' dad. Shout out Connor's Connor. Connor's
Cunny.
Connor's Cunny.
Let us know if you're Team Sushi or Team Ralikos.
We're hopefully going to be bringing out little character profile videos that have been in the works for about 4 weeks now. quite a while.
The entire time we've been
That
doing
doesn't
this.
speak to their quality.
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes it sound like there's a lot of work going into them.
there's not.
There's
They
like,
just haven't made-
like
just a lot of
15
putting on.
second clip.
While Ed's is getting up his notes, so would you like to see us play Among Us, the game that has taken over the world? If you would,
It's a 2-year-old.
leave a comment, leave a like.
I don't think that's a good idea. Thomas gets a little bit too into it and gets a bit too upset. It could lead to some dangerous.
It'd make for good viewing. Anyway,
It would.
who knows if this actually makes a video? But if it does, like and comment down below saying Mathuth is my favourite. # stop child abuse.
Don't say that.
Okay.
Say who your favourite character is. Seriously, say your favourite character is. Is it God? Frost?
Right, anyway,
James'
Ed's finished,
iPad.
he's ready.
Or
Who
Sushi?
knows if this will make it in the video?
Mazoosh. Not Mazoosh. Sorry, Ralikos. You see. No, you don't see. You hear. What you hear is down the cliff. Now, it doesn't sound like these people are just outright shouting, but their voices have obviously carried. There are a few different distinct voices you can hear. You can't really make out the words at this distance, but you know that there is a group sort of down the cliff and to the east, which will be the right from where
Can I estimate a size of group?
you can make out there are at least 6 different voices.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I will share that with you, Sushi.
Can I try and listen into these voices? Do they sound? What are they up to? The voices.
If you want to listen in, you're gonna have to roll me a pretty damned good perception check because he got
Berries are making hallucinate.
Oh,
so
go
you can,
on!
like make
go
out.
on! I've got guidance, please. Bloody done it, Edsa. 23.
Yeah, that's the same as James, I'm afraid. So again, you can't make out specifically what they're saying. You can gather
No,
there
not
is.
what they're saying,
Oh.
but like, you know, if they're like.
I know what you're getting at. Yes. So you can make out from the intent that these sound like. It sounds like sort of someone. There is one distinct voice that you can sort of hear above the others, and then it's sort of like a call and response type thing that you can make out.
Religious doodah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll just go. Good spot, Ralikos. Or good ear.
Just gonna little nod.
And I'll just go back to sort of trying to listen out, but obviously I've already rolled. And then when half the night comes,
Mhm.
I'll give Hafane a little. No, sorry, I won't give him a little nudge. I'll kick him in the ribs again.
Hello, Sushi. I don't even open my eyes, and I know who it is.
It is your turn to take watch.
Of course. Anything interesting?
We can hear some people, some sort of call and response from down the hill, down the hill, just to the south, to the right as well.
Possibly a tribe of some kind.
Have you go see what it could be? Or does
No,
it
I
sound
think
quite
it,
far?
well, it is not far, but it is not coming towards us. Perhaps we should see what it is in the morning.
May not be there in the morning.
You actually make a very valid point here.
Well, I'm not tired yet, so why don't, instead of waking Frost, I'll go for a little search, and Hafane, you stay watch.
Are you okay going alone? Maybe Sushi could go with you.
I am sure Ralakos can keep to the shadows.
I'm not planning on engaging these people in polite conversation. I'll be fine.
I'll need some persuading for that one. Because he hasn't really seen.
All right, then.
I mean, usually I just leave that up to you guys.
Yeah, I want to give him a chance. Because I don't want to be like... Because he wasn't a terrible, like... He sounded quietly confident there. But it's still like... Oh, we heard voices just over the cliff.
15.
Okay, did you check? No? Yeah, that persuades me. Yeah.
Start then.
I'm thinking perhaps we should
That
let.
persuades
And
me. I'd
I
do
say to
about 10.
Hafane,
And then-
I say to Hafane, perhaps we should let Frost sleep through his watch because, you know, he looks very shattered today.
Yes, that is, I think, a good idea. Also,
Right then. Good night, everybody.
Ralakos, if there is any trouble, you come straight back. All right.
I will. I'm going to stealth away.
And as soon as he is out of sight, I'm going to wrap myself in his blanket because it's quite a chilly night.
Fair play. I expect you
And
will.
like hold my axe
Oh,
while I'm
wow.
sat there like that, just waiting.
18.
Nice stealth. Okay. Okay, guys, it's that time in the video where you go off and have a little breaky poo, and we just sit here for a few seconds to restart the videos. Nice. All right. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Alrighty. So, Ralakos, on off on a little stealthy mission on your own. Rolled an 18 in case I cut out that bit. I'm not sure what we're going to do in editing there, but so yeah, you make your way through the jungle. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna take you the 15 minutes because you're moving at a slower pace. Down towards the beach area where you knew these voices to be. Make me another perception check. Now you're closer in.
Natural 20.
Well, is that just dandy?
I can show you if you don't believe me.
No, it's all right. I believe.
Thank
I trust. No sus here. Okay. Right. Yes.
Give me
Okay.
everything.
So, you hear this one distinct voice that was sort of you heard above the others earlier on, starts to become a lot clearer to you now, and you make out sort of what they're saying. Make sure that it's all ready. We can't have him trying to escape again. I swear, if he gets out and shanks another of you fools, I'll make sure I finish the job. You hear me? Now, get that goddamn sail up and attached to the mast. We need to sail out of here before sunrise. That's all I'm going to give you for now.
That's so good that we decided to have a look.
You know what I'm going to do?
Yep.
I'm going to
Charging.
head back to camp.
No!
Wonderful.
Charging!
Good
Actually,
idea.
before I go,
Yep.
could I make a little crude map? Can I see down into the area, or can I just hear?
This was just a hearing. If you can get closer if you want.
Yeah,
Sure.
could I get close? I don't want to risk revealing myself.
No, that's fine. You're not
but-
at that stage yet.
Yeah, I want to get close enough so I can kind of see if I can see the area or see an opening into.
No,
the cave.
so what you're going to get up to is similar to the cave where the Reaper was kept, except this one is a lot smaller, as obvious. But you hear voices coming from not too far in. You can gather, but you can't. Without entering the cave and risking.
Can't see anymore.
Yeah, you won't be able to see anymore, I'm afraid.
No worries. I'm gonna pop myself back to camp.
Lovely.
Once I'm there. Pafane,
Yes?
enjoying yourself there, are you?
I most certainly am. What is it? Did you find
Isn't
anything
it?
interesting?
Yes.
I'm rested on my ass
yes.
like that.
You could say that. Basically, the people we overheard have a captive who has repeatedly tried to escape and shank. I assume that means stab in colloquial. So, basically, they're getting something ready, and they're making sure their ship is ready to leave before sunrise tomorrow. I have no idea if this captive is on their ship, so I think it's wise that we possibly attempt something tonight. I'm not too sure how long it is before sunrise. I might row for it, actually.
You're right. Yeah.
It's
Just a general intelligence check, I think, on this one.
It's very early morning
Not quite sure. Yeah.
because we went just before it was going dark.
15.
It's a fair few hours. The moon is past its midpoint.
Okay. So I think we should possibly wake the others and plan some sort of escapade.
I do believe you are right. Well then, I go over and gently shake Frost.
I'm going to empty
We
my
need your
water
help,
skin
I'm afraid.
over
There seems to
sushi.
be a bit of a situation. with the cliffs.
You have found the captain?
We don't know. Well, Relicos thinks he may have found someone who could be the captain. There is a
Possibly.
You explain, Relicos. You explain.
Wake
And I'll go with
Masushi up
sushi.
and I'll explain it
Yeah,
to
I'll
him.
go with sushi. Yeah, I'll go with
Jared,
So-
okay.
I beg your pardon.
Pardon?
Sorry to
Sushi,
ruin your
Sushi, we
beauty
have,
sleep between.
We have news.
Yes. What is the news?
Well, you know the voices we heard murmuring earlier. I went and had a closer look, as you know, and it appears they have a captive of some kind who keeps trying to escape and stabbing their men. There was a very grumpy man upset with them all. But they are planning to leave on their ship before sunrise. I couldn't see whether this captive was on the ship or on land. I would presume on the ship so they could watch him and keep track of him. So I would suggest we plan some sort of rescue before sunrise.
Yes, that does sound. Yes, if they are leaving before.
Hmm.
However,
We are good at
I-
coming up with plans together so far.
I know this does not fit in with the overall group morals, but I would like to offer them the chance to surrender this Captain Maximilian Bell out of their own free will and to avoid violence.
From what I heard, I don't think that's going to be a realistic thing to ask. They were quite animated about keeping him secure, and the main antagonist, if you like, was quite vocal of how if he escapes again, he will damage him beyond belief.
Does he kill him or just maim?
Well, kill or maim, yes.
So how does everyone feel about myself going into the camp alone and
I will go with
asking this question while everyone sort of takes up a position that if they were to refuse...
At the risk of sparking another big debate, what if we join them? The others on the island have so far proven themselves to not be too adept at defending themselves, and we know the Reaper is going to come back at some point and demand blood for what has happened. What if we simply take passage with these people who clearly know what they're doing?
Or we could go into the camp, at the very least, exploring that possibility. So we go forward, or at least Sushi and I go forward, seeking passage and promising knowledge of other people on the island who possibly seek to interfere with what they are doing. Just to get in, get a feel for how things are. And if things go wrong, I am sure Sushi or I could find a way of letting you know it has gone wrong. That way, two of us are already
We'll wait in the wilderness and watch.
Yes, I am
watch out for things going
on board with Frost's plan here.
Yes.
I do not feel particularly connected to Penrose's camp.
Really? Are you sure? You seem to have a pretty strong connection to...
Not now, Ralikos. Not now.
At the very least, we should, I believe, go in to explore the situation. And if we find, as Sushi's quite a moral person, that it is rather immoral to help these people, for all we know, it could be all sorts of...
I think you all misunderstand me. Morals is not a question. I have done awful things. I have killed. I have done multiple things, but I wish for it to be known for the record that I care for children. I wish for them to have a chance at life. The fact that Jared is now safe with Penrose and co, who I believe will, well, they certainly are not violent people. They certainly are not prone to mistreating anyone. From our experience, I am contented that my mind will be at peace that he is now safe with them. As far as these people go, whatever they do, that is up to them. If they can provide us passage, so be it.
Do we have gold to offer them? Does anybody have gold?
We have Ralikos. Not saying we will actually give you up in the end, but
are you offering to trade me?
You are of a noble...
I am with this plan.
I am an
You are of a noble,
yes,
you are of a noble stature. If we pretend, I do mean pretend, that
No.
we have someone who could be worth something, perhaps even more than a captain.
Hafane.
I'm exploring options. This was the first one to come to mind. It is not easy to do. I'm just saying this is a plan.
It's not a bad plan.
All those in favour?
I have the gold.
Sorry,
if you
Ralikos.
wish.
Oh, you have the gold. Oh, well, we could do that then.
Fantastic.
We could try the gold, but if it goes wrong, we may need to jump to offering you. But either way,
Offer Ralikos first, and then
we have something.
We offer them gold as well.
We offer him Ralikos and Ralikos' gold. That would work. We won't really do it.
So Ralikos and I will go and find a vantage point, and then you two are going to go and talk to them.
Yes,
Very-
we could say,
very well,
just to
and-
ensure that we would be allowed to leave, we have an individual who has coin, who is also possibly, if that's not enough, worth a lot of coin. So
And
again,
if
if
it
things
goes-
look bad, we can go get them and bring him with us. If that is what needs to happen.
Annoyingly, that is an okay plan.
All right,
Because if we bring
let's
you
go.
in,
Let's go hide, Vargos.
let's go, Sushi.
As we're going
Take the
to
blanket
hide,
with me.
No, I will have taken it back.
No, but you haven't said it, and I've already gone. So unless you chase me,
What? Fine. As we go and hide, Frost, you are planning on getting me out of this imprisonment, aren't you?
Of course.
Like an insight on that, please.
Of course.
A natural 20. Damn it.
You're whacking them out tonight.
Let me just roll. Make sure
Yeah.
I don't get a nat. Nah. Yeah. Got every intention of getting
Okay.
you out of there at the other end.
Good.
And as I
Just
go
not
down with
sure about
Hafane,
Sushi.
just to confirm, are we planning on joining them? Are we planning on getting the captain back? We did not really come up
I
with a
think
concrete plan.
I think the best thing to do is improvise. We look at the situation. If it looks impossible, we try and get on the boat. If not, we'll see how things pan out. There is a chance that these individuals are not just unsavory, but could be dangerous in sailing with themselves. So we will weigh it up while we are there.
That is
I trust your wisdom, Sushi, for the most part.
well, yes, that is excellent judgment. I am very surprised.
Are we going to stealth in a place where we can kind of see what's going on, or are we just hiding in the forest?
Where we can see what's going on. So then if things go south, I can lead you in as a prisoner.
And
Okay.
as we're going there, I'm going to cast Bless on myself, Hafane, and Frost.
All right.
Never.
What does that do again?
So for the next minute, you get to add a D4 to attacks and saving throws.
Lovely. I'll roll my stealth. That
Ed,
is
so can I?
Mhm.
With stealth, am I able to give Miles advantage? As I'm very good at, narratively, I know how to hide well, so I could help him.
Cannot help someone's heavy-footedness, I'm afraid.
I'm just gonna say no. Is that
Well, I got it.
Yeah,
I got
I've
an
never heard of
18.
anything like that before.
Yeah. Also, he's a Dexter character. He doesn't need it. He shouldn't be good at stealth.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying.
Just
I'm okay. I
generally.
got +6. I'm all good.
Do what I do. Rolls terribly.
20.
Don't
Yeah,
do that.
that kind of just defeats the purpose of people being bad at things.
Fine.
That's
I
what the
was
fun
just
is.
wondering.
Yeah. So you're both fine on stealth. I wouldn't worry about it. Sure. So you guys are hiding. The
Mhm.
other
Going
two,
to the gate.
you're
Oh,
We're just walking in.
walking in.
And our
no,
guide,
we're not going to
our
walk.
guide
We're not
Hafane.
just going to walk in. We're going to at least see if anyone's at the entrance. Surely. We're not just going to try and walk in.
Hafane, because he's blind. I'm just going to walk as close
Oh, gotcha.
until I get shot at, or someone says something, or there's a warning shot.
Okay.
Or we could shout greetings. Let them know we're there. Bye.
Right. Sorry.
Also, I'm going to. Can I try and hide my knife on my person so it's not visible? And
Yeah.
give
Roll a
Frost my
separate. Roll a sleight of hand for that.
phone. 22.
You assume that it is sufficiently hidden in some pocket or strap somewhere.
Oh, I
And-
want to know where he got that.
Frost, you can have my bow and arrows.
Lovely. Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, until I see someone, I've got 60 feet of dark vision. Dark vision. so in dim light.
Vision. That sounds better. Dark vision.
Okay. Well, as soon as you turn the corner, roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
I mean, I'm blind, but I'm looking. I'm not.
Ooh, it is
You can
not
roll with
good.
disadvantage if you want, Athenia.
Yeah.
Yes, please do. Please do.
19.
Why? What did you
18.
get?
Oh dear. Well, I rolled a 10.
Well, I didn't even have the.
Well, did you roll a Athane? Sorry.
That's a flip because I just did straight rolls then.
For 1.
22 and 21. Because it was 19.
Natural 1.
I didn't get a natural 1.
Say, I thought you said natural
I
1.
said 19 and 18. Dickens said natural 1.
Dickens did say that. Yeah.
I didn't say natural 1.
Somehow the person with night vision, dark vision, just pitch black in there. Just cave. You hear the voices. Just cave. Athane, however, you see in the distance.
I have dark vision.
No, what you see is the glow of light, which I can give you because you're nothing else for you to see, really.
Right.
But yes, you
Hello
can.
down there.
Did you shout?
No.
Okay.
That's not how Athane talks. Hello down there. It's like,
but
what the?
yes, you know, you're able to gauge that is probably the because there are a few offshoots in this entrance cave.
I will shout. Hello.
Bless you.
Greetings.
The voices just go silent.
Greetings.
Cave dwellers. We seek to speak with you.
Athane, you'll hear this. You hear a few footsteps and some because for some reason with disadvantage you still get above 20. Madness. You hear the tightening of string as in mayhaps an arrow knocked.
I will slowly take the shield off of my back and just hold it ready. We do not we mean no harm. We simply wish to talk. My friend and I.
Yes, we mean to talk. We mean no harm.
Who are you?
We are, to put it plainly, desperate individuals who seek a means to leave this island and can reward you handsomely for it.
I am listening. What do you offer?
Well, firstly, we can offer gold, and if that is not enough,
we offer gold. We offer gold.
No.
I'm gonna come out of the bushes with Radikos holding his arms behind his back and push him forward and go. I'm gonna go and, like push Radikos, and I go. I got him, boss.
What?
Huh? Sushi, you are the boss.
God, we can offer gold for passage. We have. I do not know how well you know the island, but there are 2 other factions here, and we are not welcome by either faction. We wish for passage or whatever it is you are doing here. We do not judge. We do not care. We are merely here to. We have heard whispers that you are leaving before sunrise. We would like to be aboard on wherever it is you are going.
Roll me persuasion.
All of us, or just?
No,
do
just
I get
Sushi.
advantage because Hathane gave a pretty good speech? I reckon.
Yeah, go on then.
What the hell happened there? Athane completely gave away we had something else.
Yeah.
Out of the bushes with the prisoner, and nobody
There was something.
responds.
Yeah.
Well,
I was like, don't say otherwise, because it's I don't know. It's like a
Just let
it's a
him.
roll.
like we've got this.
I don't need to roll again because.
Well, guys, you need to calm
Yes,
down.
boys. Yes.
It would look so
What's
shifty
happening
if we
tonight?
do it.
You can fail sometimes, all right? You do know
No.
this, guys. It's...
No.
Honestly, I didn't cheat. I rolled it. It's a natural 20.
I will say this
Natural
now.
20.
This little arc was meant to take a lot longer.
We're
Plus
too good.
plus a 2 on my guidance. So
Wonderful.
a natural 20 plus
2.
my persuasion 0 plus 2.
Okay. Right. So you get a response. It goes, okay, you have piqued my interests. We can certainly bug in. Although I am also interested in why one of your companions has someone taken hostage. Gold is more than sufficient payment in most instances.
Then forget about the hostage. Frost,
Okay.
release the hostage. One of us now.
We'll release him.
And then I wink with my inverted eyes.
Shall I hand them back as weapons, boss?
Would not go that
No. No.
Okay. Come into the light. I would like to see who I am dealing with.
far. I don't know if you start sushi, but the light is there.
Oh, where? Sorry? And then I just
Yeah.
walk.
Follow me, boss. Follow me, boss.
Start walking into this.
Oh yeah. Just walking into a wall.
Okay.
Oh.
So you come round the corner of the little offshoot cavern. To
I am keeping my shield still like just over the front, ready to be raised, but not quite over me and Sushi.
Okay. So yeah, as you turn the corner, you see a group of individuals. 3 of whom have longbows trained.
Humans?
All humans. Yep.
All humans.
They look quite rough. Their clothes are, how do you say, tattered and unwashed.
Do they look like peasants in the dysentery pit?
Yes, I need to look up some medieval style insults because that's a good one. But yeah, so you see their leader, as it were, who has a sword that is not entirely covered with specks of rust and such.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So, and then there's also a ship there, a small ship, rather long, low, seems to sit low in the water. You can see it's sort of half ready to set sail. Maybe another hour, and they would have been gone. But Hafane, you would recognise the designs
lucky.
of this ship as being from your homeland.
This is a terrible idea.
It's a Viking.
This is not good.
I never pretended
Not all of them are
otherwise.
Vikings, Dickens. That is, it is a profession, but not everyone from my home place is a Viking. Okay, that is disrespectful.
Right, well, you can see us in the light.
Yes, wonderful. Now, I would ask how it is you
Very,
came to
just so
be...
you know, my attire is very much of that culture as well. Just
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
And you see the person you're dealing with is also dressed similarly.
His accent is very different to mine. Why is this?
Because I am not
Because
so
yours
good.
is weird.
Right, well, we were shipwrecked on this island.
I see.
We were then kidnapped by the crew of the Reaper. I do not know if you know them.
Unaware of... I know that there is another group here that hangs out. That is why we do not like to linger long.
Well, we were kidnapped by this other group, who we could tell you more about as extra payment. We mean as a gesture of goodwill.
Information is prized highly. Sometimes more so than gold, depending.
Well,
if it would be all right, perhaps it would be better if we sit and talk rather than standing in the cave. As we are.
I am. I am afraid
You may take my weapons.
That is all right. I do
What
not. As long as you draw them not, I see no need to yet. We are bargaining, are we not? I have weapons, and that's such too.
Yes. Look, we have no reason to invoke violence here. We merely wish to leave this island, wherever it is you are heading, before sunrise. We wish to be aboard. That is all. We can pay in information about this other group. We can pay in information. We can pay in gold. We can pay you a mixture of both. We are merely wishing to leave.
Okay.
We have skills we can provide aboard the boat. We have a fine leather worker. I myself.
That is all right. That is all right. What I will say is that our destination is not the mainland.
Where is your destination?
I will not tell you specifically, but it is another set of islands, somewhat further out to sea. I fear it would not be to your liking, but
this island is not to our liking. A set of other ones on a boat would be better.
Well, perhaps we could assist you in your task on these islands, and perhaps in return as payment, you could set us off to the mainland.
It would be. I would tell you this: it would not be enlightened work. That is for sure. It would not be work that is deemed suitable to the most of society. We are not good people here.
That is fine. Neither are we.
Does it involve minors?
Not as far as I am aware.
What would you mind this far out to sea?
I meant minors as in children under 8.
I understood.
No, it's just my colleague here. He is.
I see.
How shall you say? He was dropped on the head as a child. It is something we are working with.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
But most would describe us as marauders, pirates, rogues.
Viking.
There are many names, but
well, at least you
yes,
like at least you can admit who you are. We've met a lot of people on this island that say, "Oh, we are good people." Blah blah blah. We just kidnap old women in the middle of the night. Blah blah blah. Other people who go, "Oh my God, you are murderers, so we will draw crossbows at you." Blah blah blah.
Anyway, what I would say is, it is possible if you require passage back to the mainland and have gold for it. I'm sure we can arrange something. It would just take a lot longer because our plans cannot be delayed.
That is fine. Isn't it not, boss?
What? I turn to the others, and I'm going to roll an insight on exactly, try and get a gauge of how they feel about going to other islands, the mainland. What is it that's enticing them?
Lovely. We'll come back to that, Benjamin. So you roll, and we will restart the Zoom because, as Mars just said, less than 1 minute.
Right, come on then.
Okay.
Will we roll?
Get back into it. What's the roll?
Well, I rolled for an insight. I rolled 13.
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm not trying. Go on, Mars.
I feel unsure.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if you can describe it in one word, 1 or 2 words, that'd be great. Just a 13.
Pretty up for it.
Why do you sail to these islands? For gold?
That is just our destination.
For gold?
For gold? In a roundabout way.
We have a quick way of getting gold.
I'm sure you do. However, I am not about to change my plans. And unfortunately, no amount of gold you can offer is enough to change my mind on that.
How about 5 million gold pieces?
If you had such an amount,
million gold.
you wouldn't be out here, would you?
This is terrible.
We have a
Don't
way
be
to
silly.
get it.
Do though?
I merely just wish to ask as a hypothetical question.
As a hypothetical, it is silly. It is too far beyond.
Yes. I was being hypothetical too.
Yes, but it would be enough, would it not?
Sure it would, yes. However, that is not a amount based in reality, is it? And no sane person would ever offer up that amount just for a boat ride.
You make a very point. I merely wish to push the boundaries, shall we say?
Push the boat out,
opinion,
if you
boss,
will.
I believe this is the best deal we have.
May we all take a moment to discuss and let you know?
Please.
I'll move away.
Yeah, I assume we'll
I'll
walk
follow.
kind of out.
Yeah. Just sort of
It's like, can we
shuffling
have
like
a second?
the penguins of Madagascar.
Before moving, I look to the guys and I just shrug and then go. See you guys. What
Well,
will we discuss?
I think this is probably our best bet off the island.
It is our most certain one, without doubt.
It's true. But it treads a path quite dark.
Well, yes, but currently we have offered
are in
to
a
pay
cave.
them for passage to these other islands. We don't know what may be on these other islands. There may be another way to get to the mainland. We only have to help them if that is our only way to the mainland.
We only have to pay them. That is our way.
It would certainly cause a trail of anyone trying to follow us turn cold, which is good.
Yes.
And I suppose we need not engage in their acts when we get there. Just stand back, let them do what they do. If we weren't there, they would do it anyway. Or am I
Exactly.
just justifying to make
And
myself
who are we to judge?
That is their way of life.
Look, we do not know exactly what these acts entail, but at the end of the day, you three here just, and I myself was part of it, murdered a band of people.
Exactly.
We had no idea what moral compass they served in total. Mark, the only one that we had an idea of, I brought back to life. And if I'd have known what had happened to the rest of the camp, well, he was the one that admitted to beating children. So, as for these other people on these other islands, if there are other people that we are set to dispose of, well, I know one of us is no stranger to that. I'm sure Hafane also. Yes.
So we are in agreement.
I'm quite happy on this island, but I will go with the majority.
I think we are no longer welcome here. I think it's best we make our move and leave while no one is actively seeking us out.
I agree. The only thing that waits for us on this island is death. What waits for us on that boat is potentially an ill path to tread.
Our
Right now, favorable to death.
Our other issue could be the captain recognizing us and you know, trying to cause a divide between us and his captors.
So you think they have the captain?
It wouldn't surprise me. They said they had some sort of captive.
And this boat fits the description of the one that took it.
It does.
This is what you were curious about, Frost. That boat is the one you was asking about.
I see.
But if we go with them, there is always the chance we could free the captain at a later date.
I think we should go, see what happens.
Either way,
and
for
make
now,
a decision when we land on the other side.
Agreed.
All right then.
And we are settled then.
Yes.
Now it is just a matter of price.
That should be no problem for you, so man.
You are the one with gold.
Yes, but they also believe that at one point I was your captor. So, I think one of you best do the negotiating.
Our captive, not captor.
I apologise. Sorry, a slip of the tongue. That's very unlike me, isn't it?
Don't worry, we can play it up as you were not looking forward to sailing with such ruffians, and we were being a bit forced. There's plenty of
Anyway,
Right.
and then
Very
I
well.
shall turn around and head towards them and go, we shall accompany you on your voyage. We leave at once.
Well, let us not be so hasty. There is still payment to discuss.
How much would
Daniel.
you like?
I would like to talk about this information you have. You say you are able to... What insights do you have on this other...
We could tell you that the majority of their forces' whereabouts. We could tell you the location of their camp. We could tell you when they are due to arrive back at the island. We could tell you an insight into their, how should we say it, philosophy.
Mm. And not only will they be back from the island, they will not be back empty-handed.
Oh?
They will be bringing quite a bit of loot. We have already dealt a significant blow to their numbers.
Can I just like grab shoulder forcefully and whisper in his ear, and I mean to be subtle about this. I go, we are not supposed to give away information at this stage until they've said what they want to know. Just leave this to me.
But we... No, I won't.
You can't have a full conversation.
They don't know where they are. No. But it's like, they don't know where they are. But that makes it more tantalizing for them to know. Knowing that it's not just people coming back, it's a reward. There is certainly a reward waiting for them. That was happy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I told Hafane then, and then I turned around, hoping he would stop.
Okay. The leader of this little band just looks and goes, interesting. Info on cargo is useful to us, that is for sure. Tell me, the ship you came with, the Endeavour, was it not called?
Why is that of interest to you? Great. Brilliant. You know what, Hafane, you just take this. Just tell them everything we know. Let's just fucking walk off this island. Let's just let the snake bite us.
There's no reason by that for us to hide what boat we're on.
Well, it is only a matter of deduction. Well, you see, there are 3 groups on this island. You were not part of mine. You are obviously not part of the other. Ergo, you were part of this one.
Part of the Endeavour. That is correct.
Wonderful. If, and only if you could tell me where their cargo might be, then we really could be in business. If you were willing to help us take it, that is something else entirely.
We were merely passengers on that ship. We didn't inquire as to any cargo.
This is true.
Roll a deception check, Caffeine.
Fake caffeine. Why did you have
That's
to
all right.
speak?
That was no. That was all right. That was actually all right. That was a 19.
Okay. He looks and he goes, well, that is a shame. That would have been very valuable information. But I'm sure what you have given us, and maybe a little bit more in the way of coin, would certainly be enough for my superiors to not, well, take offense.
How much are you expecting?
Well, if you could tell us when the other crew, the crew of, what do you call it, the Reaper, did you say?
Yes.
When their return is, given that, I would say 50 gold per head.
I look to Ralakos.
Just
I also looked to Ralikos.
what, we do not have that kind of funds.
We do not have that kind of funds.
Well, what could you offer?
Can I just take a perception of how many there actually are?
Yep.
Here. With their rusty swords and rugged looking. It's good. Good again. It's 21.
Guys need to chill
Perception.
the fuck out. So currently in the cave with you now are 6 people, but there is more cave.
Yeah.
I could manage 10 gold per head. Can I roll persuasion? No.
I'm afraid that would not suffice, given our circumstances.
We will also help you take a better ship.
Oh?
There is a ship that exists, pure white, faster than any I've ever seen. Seems to disappear over the horizon. We will help you take it.
What you speak of, is that true? Roll persuasion.
Can they have advantage as we're all being like, yeah?
No, I'm just
Like,
gonna
there's no
let it roll
There's no
naturally.
uncertainty.
I've got
I'm not.
-1 persuasion.
Halfane was just staring. He didn't say anything.
I ain't saying, I ain't looking shit. I'm going.
He's being poker faced
What
with
did you
that.
get?
I don't know if I can angle it. I tipped it.
Who even dropped the name the Reaper first?
Genuinely, you're gonna think I'm lying, but it was a nat 20.
I'm gonna have to do a count when I edit this of how many
Genuinely.
natural fucking 20s
We've
I've
been
got
nailing
tonight.
it.
I swear.
Oh my god.
Whatever you want, I swear.
Right, okay.
Swear on Among Us.
This is all
I swear on
our,
Among Us.
This is all our luck. Next session is gonna be nat ones galore.
Now, yeah.
The
I mean,
session,
this was the session to get the good rolls. This was it.
Yeah, thank God.
Huh. You know, there were rumors out there of such a vessel. A ghost, they called it, but, you have seen it with your own eyes?
It
We
is
all
the
have.
Reaper we speak of.
And the name is apt. I have not heard a ship leave undamaged after an encounter with this, well, Reaper, I suppose now.
We know where it docks, and we know
Bullshit.
approximately how many days it will be until it does. We know that their resources will be somewhat weakened on the day of their arrival.
Do you know of their numbers, their strength?
Can I try and recall how many went upon the Reapers?
This is literally what I said
History.
earlier.
Those on the ship.
This is what I was offering earlier. I would do it anyway.
Things
Yeah,
have
but
changed.
History, yeah.
We've worked up to it.
Yeah, this
And
is
that's a
how
22.
negotiations go, Connor. 22, did you say? Sorry.
Oh no. Yeah. You also don't reveal all your information right at the start.
Yeah.
I didn't. I had no intention of telling where the Endeavour was, but there's no point lying about the Endeavour. There's no point lying that we were on it.
Okay.
Get on with it.
You recall that there were at least 24.
Shit.
It's a ship, you know. This is a longboat, which is but that's a proper. The Reaper is a proper ship,
Vessel.
you know, proper vessel.
And how many were there of them? Did you say there were about 6?
Well,
of them
6 that you're aware of. Yes.
With us.
Yeah. So I'll go.
Currently.
Us in the room here combined, at least double.
Well, what process?
However, there were more.
I see.
But there will no longer be reinforcements, shall we say?
I take your meaning. Yes. Without giving too much away, I do not think we alone would be capable of that. And I would also imagine if you have dealt with a number of their partners, they would not stick around for you to come back either. I certainly would not, and I do not expect it of them either. I do not know how we would do it, but if we could.
With a cunning plan,
Yes.
and you have 4 cunning new recruits amongst your ranks, we could find a way of, because presumably once they disembark the ship, if they were to believe that their camp were fully armed, they would unload their supplies, leaving the ship somewhat undermanned to what its capability is. If we were to hide in the place where it
Makes birth.
yes, if we struck quickly and efficiently, I'm sure we could take the ship, and if it is half as good as the rumors say, we would be out of there before they would realize.
Do you know how it works?
We know a boy who might.
That would be acceptable. Yes. I think we can strike a deal on this. How about you?
I'm gonna wait for Sushi to... She's our designated leader.
I'm going to wait until I'm going to look at every single one of my crew and wait for them to respond. Hoping.
If you wish to discuss the specifics, then be my guest. But if what you offer is plausible, then I am happy to accept at current standing.
I believe it is up to the boss.
I'll go. Let me discuss with my colleagues, and then I'll shuffle everyone away again.
Well, Looks like we're going back to get Jared.
Oh, it would have been a good idea to bring him all of a sudden.
I do not want him involved in any of this.
Well, he is, because
To be
now
fair,
they know there's a boy who
he
can
has
work the ship.
He's a boy.
He's 15, 14.
He's almost a man. Stop calling him a boy.
I'd killed
Yes,
twice as many people as my family by then.
Yes, because you are an assassin. It is what you do. You kill little girls. We move on.
And I have never once killed a little girl.
So you say. Anyway.
Look, before we get off topic, Sushi, we are not offering the boy as a sacrifice. We are saying that the boy might know how the ship works. So we bring him and see if he knows how the ship works. That's it.
And what if he does not?
Well, then they can choose what to do with him. It's not our business.
And how do we get him back from the camp that Penrose is currently in charge of? What comes with information?
Well, had he not been handed over, that would have been a lot easier, but we can think of a way to do that.
Why do we need the boy whatsoever? Let us proceed without the boy. We will take the ship and we will figure out how it works.
Well, because now they know about the boy and know he may be able to make the ship work, and that if we don't have him, there's not much point in taking the ship because none of us know how it works.
Oh, well, look, there's a simple counter-offer. We say that the boy is not available, but we'll leave one of the crew of the Reaper alive and torture them until they tell us how the ship works, and then the boy's not involved. Simple.
Sounds like a much better plan.
Agreed.
Alright, yeah.
Let's do it.
And then we'll head back. I'll go, yes, we will proceed. We will obtain a member of the Reaper crew upon our assault, and he will show us how this vessel works.
Roll persuasion for that one.
So I get
With advantage. Yeah, I'll give you advantage because everything has been pretty.
God.
Everything else is pretty good.
It's not bad. Good job I had advantage because I rolled a natural 1 the second time. But that is a 16 persuasion with my
Looks
guidance.
to you and goes, I do not like that plan so much. It poses a lot more risk. However, if it is if this is what is offered, then it is still good enough for me. Just so long as we don't get in too much of a scrap. I don't think we can take that many on at any given time. So he offers out his hand.
Way to,
No, please continue.
There may be a decent way of dealing with their forces, but it would be better to show you rather than tell you.
Okay. You are mysterious. Yes, and he holds out his hand.
I just try and ignore him.
Yeah.
Just grab the hand.
Shake the hand.
What did you say, Hafane? I didn't.
He said there might be a better way of dealing with their forces, but it would be better to show you rather than just tell you.
Turn, Batman.
He's thinking about the little small passage to get into the cave. That could be a good choke point for dealing with their vastly better numbers.
Nice.
But we would need to take the position at the top. Because they could take, but the issue is they could take the position at the top and shoot down with archers, so we'd need to deal with that issue as well.
Yeah.
But if we got into the cave, we've created a
Using
small
the
chokehold
landscape.
point to hold it
Well,
Sorry,
while we keep holding.
Connor, remind me of Hafane's intelligence.
He's got good wisdom.
If he made a note, he made a note.
I did.
Well, I mean,
chokehold
I mean,
on Glenn.
either way, we've literally been in the cave that they've got the Reaper in.
Yeah.
We literally wait for them to leave with all their cargo.
He might not be intelligent in regard to magic, which is what that usually dictate intelligence. But he does have decent wisdom, and he has seen some combat as well. That's his strength. So there's
Okay.
one place he would know about. It's that sort of
Yeah.
knowledge.
Right. Well,
Anyway, there we are. We've shaken on it.
I believe an accord is struck. Yes. So, do tell me, how long is it? How long do we have to prepare?
We have 2 days minimum. It may be 3 or 4, depending on the length of their operation on the mainland. But
The mainland.
on their boat, they said it would take 2 days to get to the mainland, therefore 2 days back. I would presume. I am no naval expert.
Surely you jest. 2 days. That is all.
It is the Ripper.
It would take my ship, and I admit it is not the quickest on the waters, the better part of a fortnight just to reach the closest point to the mainland. So yes, you would do me a good honor to help me acquire such a vessel.
Well, that is what the information they give, and from the rumors, who knows? But perhaps we should be prepared.
Yes. Well, seeing as we're on business, I believe we should get acquainted. What are your names?
I am.
My name is Frost.
Frost.
I am Mathuth, or some people refer to me as Thuthi.
Tushi. Okay, I'll make a
Tuthi.
note. And the rest of you? Kinsman?
Bear with.
And Parfait.
I'm just looking. I am Ralicus.
One sec.
I had a COVID exposure text.
Oh,
I was just reading that quickly.
Oh.
fair enough.
It's right. It said I don't need to take any action.
Lovely.
And your name, maybe?
My name is Stigander.
Nice.
Stigantu, sorry?
Stigander. Spelt S-T-I-A-N-D-R. Stigander.
Like of Top Gear.
Look, I got it out of the book, alright?
Yeah.
Blame the books. Okay. Well, Frost, Susie, Ralikos, and Hafane. I believe we have a boat to steal. And that is where we're going to end tonight, I think.
No.
Boy, you guys really pulled it out your ass there, I must
Well,
say.
We're on to our third crew of
Crazy as that
the
was.
singular island.
Was such thoughts.
I had
Such thoughts.
I had the timeline planned out since the very beginning, and you literally, had you spent any more time doing anything else, you probably wouldn't have made it. But my God,
Oh man, really?
yeah. I mean, I made it possible, of course.
I can't believe
But,
when they were like, "Yeah, there's some guys down there. Have you had a look?" No.
I was legit just gonna wait till morning.
That's
Like-
exactly what
I
I was
know.
going to do as
That's
well.
what I
Like,
expected
yeah,
you
let's
to
just
do,
leave
and
them.
they would have been
Yeah.
gone by that point.
So Connor, that was your one good addition to today. Your negotiating is shit.
The thing is,
It wasn't that
everyone.
bad.
No, everyone revealed everything I revealed anyway. Like, oh, we built it in stages. I was like, if you just give them that on the table straight away, and then they go, well, give us specifics. You say, no, that's not how this works. I can tell you what they've got, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I need to know that you're with me.
Okay, well, let me close out the recording.
The captain sees us.
Oh yeah.
And they've said,
You're recording.
And they've said,
Connor,
oh yeah, you guys.
Let me close the recording and then we can argue. All right.
It's not done. This is part of
God,
it.
No.
I hope not.
Nobody wants to watch this. Okay, right. Thank you for watching. We'll pick up next week where we have our possible conclusion to this arc. Who knows?
Wow.
On to another.
almost certainly not.
Not know you guys. All right. Well, we've been Wizards Wyverns. I've been Thomas. These guys have been Miles, Connor. I don't know where they'll be on the video. Sushi and James. Hopefully that makes sense. I could just be pointing at random people. Okay, right. Hope you continue to watch on, please.
Great Hafe's negotiation tactics.
I expect
I'm going to be
nothing
the
less
only
than one.
comment with a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, 0 out of 10. All right. Well, bye, folks. Then much love.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a great for the week.